In every problem, there's an opportunity, and in opportunity, money lies.
Ask yourself, this thing that I want to do, how, why, when, where, so and who and for who? Yes,
That's why we said if your why is strong, you don't need any other motivation.
I know around my cycle there are people that have this philanthropical mindset. They want to see they are helping people or they are contributing a quota in their own community. It has come to a certain point where they start to think of formalizing what they are doing in order to open a local NGO or some sort so that they solicit for money or they will make people to know that okay, you can give us your helping hand. What happens when these local NGOs are not going on track? What happens if they are making some certain mistakes? Because you don't have a consultant, you don't have somebody to guide you. Oh wait, we're not only talking about local NGOs, we're also considering small business owners. Trust me, today I'll be having a conversation with a development worker and a consultant in civic space reform and businesses. The reason why I want us to have this conversation, there's a lot of amazing individuals that want to see that they're helping their own community, but they don't know the way forward and how to go about creating a local NGO or maybe in their businesses. That's if we're going to look in the business aspect of our lives. So, why do you think this topic is very important to discuss?
Thank you so much, and I feel honored to talk about this because it's something that has been bothering me for a very long time. In fact, it's one of the reasons that makes me to even venture into this kind of consultancy to make research and also develop myself to see that I become a helpful person with regard to all these things. Well, this is very, very important because if you look at since from secondary school, you see people with very creative and innovative ideas, but how to put it to work to help others and help themselves is where the challenges are. So this is like something very important because if you don't know how to navigate your ways around, you just be missing, you get lost, and all the things, all the ideas, the plan you have in your head will not actually
Coming to life.
come to life, and it might not work. And also, you just see that you got tired of doing it because you don't even have passion to pursue that passion.
Exactly.
So that's just it in.
I think sometimes passion needs some push, especially somebody like a mentor, somebody that will consult you, an accountability partner. But if you lack that, that's where the problem arises, right? So, what do you think is the major problems these small business owners, or let me say the local NGOs, to face when they are trying to formalize their thing?
First of all, in all these years, if you are trying to solve a problem, we normally say that in every problem there's an opportunity, and in opportunity, money lies. We have seen the problems all over, but how to solve those problems is what we are lacking. So there are some terminologies people use around the world. Is there six different questions. If you will be able to answer these questions correctly, then believe me, there's not any challenge, any problem in the world that could not be solved. These six questions are basically the kind of questions that if you'll be able to answer them correctly, no matter what you want to do, you'll be able to do it and solve those problems, get money, and then help people. So they used to call it five W's and one how. So there is what, why, where, when, and who. Then how. What are you doing? If you said you're going to do a business, what type of business is it? You have to make a very concrete definition of what you want to do. Then why are you doing it? They used to say that if your why is very strong, you don't need further motivation. If the reason why I'm doing this is very strong, I don't need further explanation. I don't need further pushing to make it work. Then where strategic location also matters, and when is the right time for you to invest to like kickstart that business. You can't just come maybe during crisis. People are looking for like humanitarian support, and then you come and drop a business and you'll be charging them for money. It may not work. They don't have them. In fact, what they are needing is even like support. They need help, and you cannot help. You want to sell them product. They don't even have the money. They don't have the capacity. So when to do it also matters. And then who are you doing it? If you are selling, for example, cars, To who are you selling the cars? You cannot come to a ghetto site and start selling Ferrari or Bugatti. They will not buy it. They don't even know what that means. They will see that as a waste of money. So you have to define who are your target customers and who are your target audience if you want to do something. After defining all these whys, then you have to understand how are you going to do it. And this is where the money issues come in. Even though most of the time in a business or in an NGO setting, money doesn't matter at the first instance.
You
What you
have
need
to
to
make the
yes,
impact.
make the impact, define what you want, make it like make yourself available to answer all the questions that will come that has to do with your work. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Where are you doing it? When will you do it? And how are you going to do it? And to who are you going to do it? So if all these things matters, if you have answer to all these questions, then having your how will not actually give you headache. Because if you know all these W's, all has been answered, then you know how to get the money. Because you make your own research, you do your homework well. You have done all the things they need to do.
That's to tell you that it's important to know your five W's and one how. Don't just say, I have the passion, I want to do this, I have to do this, without putting it down on written. You can just write it down. Ask yourself, this thing that I want to do, how, why, when, where, eh? So and who and for who? Yeah, your target audience are very, very important. So now, if to say I start something like that, and then I'm having issues, what are the possible solutions? But if I didn't start with this,
Like you haven't started with these questions, and then I could remember there was someone who met me back then in Kaduna. He was a retired government worker. His gratuity or pension was about to come out, and he wants to start doing something. But before consulting anybody, he just went off and started like bought a farm, poultry farm. He just bought it. He knows that he's going to venture into poultry and fishing. He don't know how. He don't know why. He don't. He just know he just have to do
yeah,
something because
because he has the money.
he has the money and he's been hearing that you have to have a retirement plan. He don't have the plan, but then he wants to venture into something because he saw it as a profitable business. So he just bought the farm and started doing it without even consulting those people that have experience in the field. He
Yeah.
started doing it. But then before you know it, in the next few weeks, all the fish that was bought start dying. The chickens he bought got affected with a disease. You don't even know how to start taking care of all this. You don't have the knowledge and you don't consult anybody. So when he comes to me, the first question I asked was, are you passionate about this? Is it what you really want? Or is it because you heard that this is a very profitable business, you want to venture into it and get more money? He said, well, I had
Yeah,
not
most
thought of
people, I
that.
think most people want to venture into business because they see someone in that business and he's excelling.
It's selling.
Yeah, that's
And
important.
not only that, are you even passionate about it? That's why we said if your why is strong, you don't need any other motivation. He just wants to do business and get money. He don't even know what type of business. So I have to sit down with him, go back to the drawing board, redefine his purpose, and get all these things in play. He have to understand that this is not just a business anybody can go can key into. It's something that if you look at it, how patient are you to go into poultry business? It's not something you can just buy and sell and get profit instantly. Some of them you have to nurture them for like a period of 1 year, 6 months, 3 months before you get your profits. Are you going to endure all this procedure? He said, okay, he'd not thought of that.
The problem is for you to start, especially a small business owner or somebody that doesn't have enough money and then they want to venture, they want to open a local NGO. For them to get a consultant and pay them, consultancy, there is a lot of money. Like you have to pay the consultant a lot of money. So how do you think with this all this hardship, and someone is just trying to use a small amount to invest in this, trying to invest in the consultant or like hire a consultant is a little bit too much. What can you say about that? And then how do you think you consultants will be doing? Can you guys be doing like a free webinar or something like to help those that cannot afford to hire you?
Okay, I know people used to say that consultants charge very well because,
That's what
uh,
we hear.
yeah, so everybody was just saying if you're going to hire a consultant, man, those people charge well. Though. So it's not about charging. There are a lot of online classes about all the things you want to have. If you go to YouTube, you can make a research.
So
But then
there's no excuse. There's
the,
no excuse for you to say that you don't have somebody to teach you because there's YouTube.
yes, there's YouTube. There is a lot of online platforms, even free training sessions. You can have them, and people will just be doing it. Even me, we used to have it, like founders mindset. We used to have these kind of sessions in Kaduna, where if you are a founder, you are founding a business, you are founding an NGO. Just come to us. We just have like a series of events where we'll be training you on how to go about all these things, and we will just bring the relevant citations about those people that have founded something in the past. How did they go about it? We're just giving relevant examples and all of that. And then apart from that, we have people like Tony Elimoli Foundation, people like Dangote Foundation, Lagos Business School, Kaduna Business School, Dangote Business School, and their likes. I don't know much in the Northeast, but then these are some of the places I know. You can check their social media platforms and connect with some of the people that they are inviting to those places. And these people train for free, more especially the Tony Elimoli Foundation. I'm alumni 2019.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
they will train you for 12 weeks and then give you a startup grant for $5,000. They will take you through a series of how to even develop your business plan. Some people I know, some people have issue with business plan. If you don't have business plan, some of these people like Bank of Industries, Made and their likes, they won't even invest in your business, and you'll be able to depend what you have. Those people that wants to go into business and then get money from the government or NGO feel entitled. They feel like ba kudin gwamnati bane is our money na abamu just give it to us. It doesn't work that way. You
There's no
have to.
procedure.
Yes, I could remember a friend of mine is working with Bank of Industry back then in Kaduna. In his department, they are the one tracking all the people that have collected loan. You see, someone who applied for a loan to start poultry farm, but then he will just go and start pure water for a company. Then in a few years to come, the money is nowhere to be found. He has exhausted the money or even got married. That's the
Yes, a
mentality
lot
of
of.
the, yeah, or added another wife on top of the one. And then all these things don't work.
All right, so now that you have stated all of that, and we know that for us to have a way out, you need to like be mingling around those people, going on them on social media. If you don't have the money to hire a consultant, you have the YouTube at your own disposal. You have other means, other platforms. There's LinkedIn. You can even learn a lot through LinkedIn. Yeah, so what can you say, like an advice to small business owners and local NGOs? Know-hows, like know-hows, advice in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, for NGOs, we have Karma, that's the number one. That's Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. It's developed by CAC and all of that. It will put you through some certain things, though it's not mainly for companies or businesses, but then there are some things that even non-governmental organizations need to adhere to. And then there is non-governmental organization framework. There's also a government framework that is developed to guide the modus operandi of non-governmental organizations. And then we have WAXI and their disposal West African Civil Society Institute. Their headquarters is in Ghana. Last year they opened a branch here in Nigeria, is in Abuja, and they used to have series of training for organizations. They will hire organizations like you applied first, if you got selected, then series of events. For example, they said, okay, this month is for finance officers. Then you send your finance officer from your organization. You will be trained on financial regulatory compliances and things that has to do with CAC and FIRS. And then maybe they said next month is for board members.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yes, serially, all your staff, department by department, communications department, partnership department, programs and research, series of training. They will train them on how to go about their own modus operandi. Apart from that, there are organizations that are opening grants.
So are you saying that if NGOs, if a person open an NGO but they don't follow guidelines, there's a way that government will attack them or something?
Definitely, the government have 101 ways to attack organizations. That's why back then I could remember I had a training in Abuja somewhere around like 3 months to 4 months ago. We were able to outline organizations that were in existence like a few years ago, 18 of them. I think, where right now none of them is in existence because non-compliance to government regulatory compliances, government attacks them. They were not able to defend themselves. The heat were much. They have no any other option than
And
to
they
shut
don't
down the
have money
organizations.
to back it up.
It's not only about the money. If
Everything.
you are able to, yeah, you can say money is part of it because you don't have money to hire people that are up to the task to shape the organization. It might not work. If you have people that are just starting the work, that's why most of the organization you have to spend money in order to get what you want.
So it's
So
not money,
consulting
money.
is not money. You have to spend money to get your things work and also make it profitable and then scale it up. And for businesses, that's why we made mention of Smedan, ITF, Bank of Industry, and their lies. Plenty of them.
Thank you so much for watching. I trust you've learned one or two things from this video. Please, small business owners, startups, if you're just starting, you need to go back to your drawing board. If there's a need for you to correct some of the things you're doing, do that. Yeah, so I will say thank you so much for coming here,
Thank you so much.
and then tell them to subscribe to the
Yes,
channel.
please subscribe,
Subscribe to the
share,
channel, share,
like.
like, and then maybe someday you'll be here. I'll be having a conversation with you. Bye.